Okay, so I finished reading everything, and what I was now looking for is the key word. So I went up here to your beautiful summary, and I kind of picked some of the words up here and put them up here. And the one that was the most common in this particular document was guns. So the next step that I did, I came over here to the edit page and entered guns in the focus keyword. Now remember, if you go up to the top, you scroll down, and it's in your SEO section, and it's just below the edit snippet box. It's right here. So I put in guns, and what I was looking for now, I know it's the most frequently used word in this podcast, but now I want to see if it's the first time we've used it ever in Wall Builders transcribing. And it says for us right here, you've never used this keyword before. Very good. So 2 strikes for us, yay. Now, there's a lot of bad things. As we said, there's only 74 words, no meta description, but we're going to fix all that. But the first thing I was looking for just now is how many times we've used this particular keyword in the Wall Builders transcriptions, and so far this will be the first time. So that's excellent. So I'm going to leave guns as my focus keyword, and I'm going to click update. And I update frequently because sometimes it will log out and then you'll lose some of the edits that you've made, especially your tags, and so that will be upsetting. So I usually very often update. Okay, so going back to here, so now I know that guns is going to be my keyword. Now I want to make sure that guns is going to be in the title, and look at you, you've already put it in the title. So that is perfect. So now I'm going to take this, and see if our Yoast feels that that is a long enough title. So I'm going to come down here, I'm going to click Edit Snippet, I'm going to enter it in right here. So it says we need a little longer. So when you're looking, here's what it's going to look like in the Google search. It thinks we should have a little bit longer. So now it's kind of like, do we want to get creative? Or do we think it's going to affect us really badly, etc.? So what I'll do is I'll leave that for now, and then if our score is low, then I'll come down here and edit this to make it a little longer. But we'll try it and see how it goes. The next thing I'm going to do is slug, and if you remember, the slug is the permalink or whatever, which is what comes after the Wall Builders Live / Good News Friday is what is currently listed, but we want something that's going to include guns. So we're going to type guns, science, I guess. Now, no commas, sorry, you don't do commas in there. Now, I'm just putting these that you've already listed in the title. I put guns first because the SEO likes it to be first. And I will also, it just hit me, I remembered now, I'm going to take this and put it at the end of the, whoops, that didn't work. Try that again. I'm going to, well, I'm having trouble. Come on. Alright, I'm going to take that and put that in the end because on Good News Friday, because our little Yoast SEO calculator, this little guy right here, whatever their algorithm is, they like your keyword to be the very first thing in the title as well. So what we'll do is we'll just switch this around and we'll say guns, science, free speech, and more on Good News Friday. Now, it still says we're too short, but we're going to see if we can get away with it. And we'll see what the score is at the end. Alright, so now your summary here. Well, let me do this first so I don't forget later. So now that we have a title that we're going to use, I'm going to copy this and exchange it here. So that we don't forget that that's the new title. And then I'm going to copy it. And I'm also going to post it here. because that's what I'm going to put, and then I'm going to do, whoops, I'm going to do a colon, and that's going to go in our summary up at the top here in a minute. So anyway, so now let's read this. Good News Friday today on World Builders Live. Tune in now to hear just some of the good things that we've been experiencing. In this episode, we discuss things such as science and the Bible, Christians and guns, free speech on campus, blocking physician-assisted suicide, and more. So I'm going to come down here for my meta description, and this is kind of just the juiciest descriptive part, and I'm going to of the document of the summary, and I'm going to see if that's long enough to make SEO happy. Not quite. It wants us to do a little more. So let's see, maybe we could just put exactly what you said. We discuss science and the Bible. Do you see how it turned green? So now we're good to go. We discuss science and the Bible, Christians and guns, free speech on campus, blocking assisted suicide, and more. Very good. So now I'm going to say, let's update that, because we are good so far. All right. Once that updates. Now you'll notice we have not pasted any of this in yet. Now, what we'll do, I'll come over here and I will get our summary. I'm just going to paste that here. So there's, I guess, what, 3 or 4 places, maybe. I'm going to back this up. And then we're going to put this up here in the title. Very good. And now if you remember, we have to do the excerpt also so that the podcast will be updated. And here's your excerpts. Here it is. So I'm going to copy and just paste that in there like that. And now we have it. I'm going to update one more time. Nice. Come on, let's update. Hello? Goodness sakes. Maybe I didn't click it the first time. Okay, now I'm going to show you, I'm going to click View Post. It's right here. Okay, so now, if you remember, before it just said Good News Friday. Now we have a much prettier filled out description and title so that people are scanning, they'll know what they want to see. Now, just glancing, I noticed I left out a comma here. So that means, I'm going to fix that real quick before I forget. Not a comma, I left out the space after the comma. When I was deleting and moving things around, I also apparently deleted that space. There we go. Update one more time. Okay, now you will also notice, though, that we don't have our transcription. So we're going to do that now. So I'm going to scroll down here, and I'm going to grab, starting here at the transcription note, I'm going to grab it all. Come on, come on. Sorry that these things take longer than I would like. I am not the most patient of people. Okay, come on, come on, come on, come on. Hello. Alright, so Control C, and then I'm going to click right here after the download. I'm going to click Enter, and then I'm going to paste it. Now I've got spaces down at the bottom, so I'm going to delete those. Now, I want you to see, I'll come back over here. Remember when I told you that deleting the spaces here, WordPress puts them back in for some reason. So when we have a space like that, then it's going to be, it would look like that. Whoops, sorry. It would look really, really spaced over here. So that's why we delete the spaces in Google Docs. The other thing, I will just scroll really quickly to show you. You can see I just kind of added a few headings. We talked about that one already. We talked about that one already. And then because it says, oh my goodness. It talks about Health and Human Services right there in the first sentence, so I just popped it up there. Just scrolling down, this was already there. Connection between God and guns, so that was already there. So you can see how to prevent mass shootings. So I just added like just topics, Jesus and Peter's sword. And mostly, like I said, this is mostly for visual appeal. Pilgrims carry guns to church. Constitutional Live was already there. Also, wanted to note, this is the wrong font, but the WordPress fixes that, so you don't have to worry about it when you pasted it in from the other place. Trump's judge appointments, Fresno State University, physician-assisted suicide, worship attendance and religious giving. So you can see all of those little headings. Now, if you'll notice, here at the end, I did not put a heading. That's because I wanted to wait till we got the keyword picked out, and then we're going to put a heading here, but we're going to make it an actual heading. All these are, I'll go back over here and show you, are just bolded type. So they still are called paragraph, but they're bolded. So now to make our SEO, actually it's going to be in the readability. The readability fixed, we'll have to add that heading, and I'll just go ahead and show you. So our keyword and our SEO is good. We have green, so we don't have to make this longer. We're good. But when you click on this, see this little orange light? It's like, uh-oh, bad problem. It says the text does not contain any subheadings. You need at least one subheading. So we discussed that. So now we also have to have the keyword. Because I've done it, I've just added a subheading before without the keyword. And then it gives us a red light. Oops, your heading does not have the keyword. So now I just go ahead and just automatically do it. So what I'm probably going to do for the heading or the subheading down there, I'll go back here and look at our SEO edit snippet and then refresh my memory on what we said here. I may just copy this because again, it's for the SEO. It's not necessarily for the reader because we're really trying to get the SEO so people can search. So I'm just going to say, let's see, I'm going to paste it. So guns, science, free speech, and more on Good News Friday. You could say, because he's talking about down here going to, boy oh boy, he's talking about going to the website to see more information. So we could just kind of say that. Go to the website for more articles on guns, science, free speech, and more. So now I'm going to highlight this. Going to make it bold, and then I'm going to make it a heading. Now we'll come down here and look at this, and okay, so our readability is green and our keyword is green. Now if we want it to be an overachiever, we would come down here and say, wow, we've still got a few things, the SEO title is too short, we need to make it longer, blah blah blah. But because we have so many really good things, our overall score is green. So that was our goal. Here's the SEO title, that's too short. So anyway, since that was our overall goal, was to get a green, we are now green. So that's very good. Now I wanted to show you the tags that I was telling you as I read here. I just came over here and typed them in. Some of them are abortion and pro-life, Alliance Defending Freedom, which was one of the organizations here, American Exceptionalism, American Revolution, appointments, those judge appointments, Catholic, Christians, church shootings, Constitution, federal government, free speech zone, Fresno State University, guns, health and human services, inalienable rights, judges and judicial system, limited government, NRA, physician-assisted death or suicide, pilgrims, Planned Parenthood, Second Amendment, Senate, sex education, and Trump. So those are the ones that I just grabbed as I was reading, and I just put them here. Now you can click that, which gives you choose from the most used. And you can do that as well. But I found that it's just as easy to type them in real quick because they're already pre-filled. Like if you say Trump, most of them are already pre-filled. So I found it's just as fast just to pre-fill it or just type it in and then not have to read through and say, oh my gosh, did I click that one or not? I don't remember, blah, blah, blah. So clicking update. And there you go. That's how we paste the document, change the title, the excerpt, getting to that hopefully sooner than later, changing the excerpt, changing the SEO title, the slug, and the meta description, and of course the keyword. All in order to get our SEO to be an average of green. Very good. I'll end this video and, well, I'll update. Then I'll end this video and show you one of the last few things.